Hi guys, welcome back or welcome if you're new. My name is Tiana and I'm the maker behind Also Stitched, and today we have market vlog. I'm starting it at home because first I thought I'm gonna film a weekly makes video and then market vlog, but I didn't crochet a lot. I don't have a lot to show. That's why we're gonna combine all in one video. I'm gonna show everything that I made this week and then we will go to the market and do market recap and everything else. This time I won't be filming this market. I already have two big videos about Makers Market and the walkthrough and everything, and I'm just not feeling filming this walkthrough. This year they are doing one day, so it's gonna be Saturday, the day before Mother's Day, and it's gonna kind of be focused on Mother's Day, but I don't have a lot of things for Mother's Day. I did prepare some things I'm gonna show you. For one day, it's gonna cost me $195, which is a lot. I'm really scared that I'm gonna barely make $1,000, and I can easily make that at my uni, which cost me 20 plus parking $30. So it's kind of is a lot. It is an indoor market and it is a nice and beautiful and it's curated and it's only handmade artisans. And also I have cancelled my artisans in the park market. I applied to the market and I got into the market, and I'm usually someone who is waiting till the last day to pay for the market because life happens, things happens, and I don't want to pay for market in case I cannot cancel it. And they already started promoted new artisans that have joined the market, and one of them is a crocheter, and it is actually a crocheter that is following me on my socials, and they know that I will be there, and they are pretty much doing the same thing as me. They are doing crochet plushies. I normally don't have issues doing markets with crocheters because there is plenty of space for everyone, especially if you are doing like school markets or festivals. Or at Supernova I had 14 crocheters, so I don't mind having markets with crocheters. But when it is a small market, and this one was very small and it was very slow and boring and long day, even though I did around $500, that is because one dad spent $200 at my stall. And it's not that I'm not grateful, but in general that market was dead. And for me, time is money. I can't see myself doing that market again with another crocheter and splitting sales between two of us for a couple of $100 and wasting my time. Because like I said, I've been prepping for convention and my other profitable markets, so I've cancel that market just from the perspective time is money and I don't want to waste a Saturday sitting and freezing there for a couple of $100. So I've canceled it. I'm just fine. So yeah, I decided to cancel that market just because it is not worth my time. Also, I usually have my husband on markets like these because I suffer social anxiety. Uni market is the only market that I can do on my own. It is completely different because the customers are different and the setup is different, and I've been there very long. But for any new market, I need to have my husband as my emotional support buddy. So for two of us to sit there for $200 or $300, it's really not worth. Maybe one day when that market gets established, I don't know. To be honest, if that person is up in the room, they are paying a lot more than I paid for the bottom part, which is fine. We would be separated. But if that person would be down where I was, we would be practically next to each other. And it is such a small space to have two crocheters next to each other. So I was like, it's not worth my time. I'll let them have it and do the market, and I'll just have a Saturday off because I'm really happy that I have that Saturday off. Also, my next uni market I have just cancelled because it is forecasted rain. Even though the weather is kind of clearing, coming close to that day, but I'm still in my head, I cancelled a week ago, so I'm like, I didn't even crochet anything or prepared, so I'm just fine. So today I'm gonna show you everything that I made. Let me grab one thing first. I want to show you something. I'm not gonna talk a lot about my knitting because I do have a knitting channel. If you want to check it out, I'm finally planning on starting filming for that channel and update more frequently. But I was definitely missing knitting and I casted on 2 projects and I'm almost done with them. I would be done with this one if I didn't lose the yarn chicken. And just to show you guys, this is my first colorwork sock for my husband and I am in love with color work knitting. This was so addictive. I can't even explain how addictive it was. I made 1.5 sock in 1 week, plus I made a half of the sweater. I've been knitting for a week, that's why I didn't crochet. I have a yarn from Wool Warehouse on my way. It's gonna be here next week and I'm so looking forward to finishing these socks. This is so good. I'm gonna do more details about this on my knitting channel, so feel free to check that channel. It's always linked down below. I just wanted to show you why I wasn't crocheting, because I was missing knitting and now I'm obsessed with color work socks. So yay, good on me. What I was doing this week, actually, my main focus was this. So I was preparing for Mother's Day market and I knew I had to do flowers. The fun fact is I haven't crocheted any of these flowers. These are the flowers that I've crocheted back a year and a half ago when I was visiting my family in Croatia, and I took a couple of skeins of acrylic yarn and I did some chickens and things like that. All of these flowers were crocheted back then. All I had to do was assemble them. And this time I also decided that I'm not gonna do leaves. As you can tell, there is no leaves. There is this part of the rose, but I decided to save my time and I didn't do any leaves. I know they kind of look plain, but I do wrap them and I don't even think people noticed that there are no leaves when they are wrapped. So to save my time, I did 9 roses, I did 6 lavender and 4 tulips. I would do more roses. I think I have another 20 of rosebuds crocheted, but I didn't have these green parts crocheted and I couldn't be bothered. Just doing the stem, that's 19 flowers, took me around 2 hours. I'm like, that's a lot, and I'm not selling my flowers very expensive. My roses are 14, tulips are 12, and lavender are 6. This is the lavender. Lavender is a bit bigger. I make them in a taller, this thingy, whatever you call that, just so if they decide to buy multiples, that they are sticking out over roses. Otherwise they would be the same, they would be kind of here, and then I prefer the way I look like this. This is the only thing that I did focused on, like I was only focused on those flowers because I wanted to have them for Mother's Day. And not just Mother's Day, I've been selling my flowers a lot lately at my uni market, so I will have more for Supernova and things like that. And then I have my bag here, I'm not sure if you can see. I just remade some of my best sellers. I did 2 capybaras, I did 2 rats. My rats are free pattern from Instagram, I'm gonna link it down below. I sold one of these drifts in this Yaki Bernat blanket and I realized I still have a whole skein, so I made 2 of them. Just because I already have listing in my Shopify and I don't have to create listing, I just need to put the number to 2 available and that's it. All of these are gonna be easily put in Shopify and all I have to do is tag them today. And there is not a lot, I only have like 10 plushies. I did 2 white chickens in Bernat blanket and then I did 2 off-white speckled. I have a bag here, don't worry, I'm not throwing them on the floor. I also did one of the loaf kittens. I haven't done loaf cats for a very long time. This one is not the big loaf cat. This is in the pattern from Loaf Kittens or Kittens, whatever her Annie Carraway art pattern is called. So usually when I'm making them in Bernat blanket, I make the mini kitten, and then since this is Hobby Honey Bunny, what is it called? Honey Bunny Candy, I did the bigger one. So Bernat blanket I'm doing mini kitten, and in chenille yarn I'm doing kitten, just to get them the same size so I can price them similar. But I think I'm gonna price this 28 just because they put nicer eyes and they are kind of fun and different, and we'll see. It's gonna be either 25 or 28, and you can tell I was lazy to do the proper tail like the pattern says, so I just chained and single crochet down the chain to save some time. And I do plan on making the gray one today. And that is everything that I have prepared for this market. I do have one big plushie I'm gonna show you in a second. I forgot, it's sitting over there. It's a gift. But before we go there, I also did another 6 snows because I sold all of them last time. I also sold out of Totoro, so I did 3 Totoro. I did another 6 of Umbreon because Umbreon is the best seller. I don't have any plushie version of Umbreon, but I'm just fine. I can't do everything. And I did 2 of cinnamon roll just because one is going as a gift, and I was also sold out from cinnamon roll. And here is the only big plushie that I did this week. So this is cinnamon roll from Sanrio or Hello Kitty characters. This is my first time making cinnamon roll. I did have snap tabs before and I sold out of them. The pattern I used, I actually improvised. Cinnamon roll is a puppy, but it looks like a bunny. So I searched for any bunny pattern that I have in my stash, and I do have one bundle. I'm gonna insert the photo so you can see. I bought that bundle back in December during Black Friday sales, and I had plans of making all of the characters, all of the plushies, but since my hoodie bears and my Hugurumi plushies are not selling as good as I wanted them, I just couldn't imagine making all of these plushies and having them not sell. I do plan them maybe making eventually next half of the year, we'll see. After making this one, I realized it is okay pattern, but it is a lot of sewing when there is no need for sewing. So I did the bunny version, but since cinnamon roll has a shorter head, I just shortened the head for 2 rounds to make it more shorter and wider, and everything else is according to pattern. The only thing I did was the tail. I have freehanded the tail. Cinnamon roll has a cinnamon roll tail, so I just did something swirly and sew it on to resemble his tail, because I've learned that this is boy, not a girl, and I was calling it girl in one of my other videos. My daughter actually told me. I didn't know. It looks like a girl because I messaged her while she was in school, where do you want me to put bows on her? And she said, what do you mean bows on her? It's a boy and he has no bows. I'm like, what do you mean? Every Google photo I have searched has a bow on him, and even my snap tabs has bows. So anything that I've searched online has bows, either on top or here, whatever. And she said no, it's him and he is plain puppy with no bows. Everything else you see on Google is probably commercialized and no need for bows. He's plain white puppy. And I think I did a good job with face. It looks pretty cute, and honestly I'm happy with the size of this pattern. This is done in Bernat blanket, more like off-white color, and I'm in love with the size of this pattern. I do see myself actually making this one maybe for markets, for Supernova, because it is cute and it was very quick make, even though these ears are a lot of crocheting, but it was pretty quick make. So this is not going on my markets. This is a gift for my daughter's girlfriend, and same with one of these keychains. So yeah, I just wanted to share. This is the only bigger plushie that I did this week, and it's gonna be gifted. And I feel like that is all I have to do today. Like I said, I'm gonna make another loaf cat. I'm gonna tag my products. I need to pack car. I'm not overthinking anything because my setup is gonna be the same as my uni market. My husband is coming with me. I'm not sure if I will be able to vlog because I never know where I will be set up, and I always have anxiety. I think the only market that I don't have anxiety is my uni markets, because students, they are the best customers. Honestly, anything with kids and food, it gives me so much anxiety that I just can't. I'm really not looking forward to this market. I'm in general not looking forward to any markets, how anxious I am just doing them. Uni market is the only market I can do. I'm very excited for Supernova. Supernova is very similar to my uni markets, just the crowds and the customers are so much different. So I'm excited for Supernova, but I have zero plans for other markets, and I'm looking forward to time after Supernova where I can relax more and knit more. And yeah, I'm just not gonna hold you because I can ramble. I'm yapping now. I can hear that I'm yapping. Stay tuned. I'll talk to you tomorrow when we are at the market. Good morning guys, it's market day and I'm already set up. I'm surprised. I have a big spot, like a huge spot, to the point that I could have had a third table, but I didn't bring it, so I'm working with what I have. All of these behind me is also mine, so I could have another table. We have so much space to sit. Oh no, the music is starting. And I never have space to sit, so it is amazing that we have this time, because that's the biggest struggle for my husband, to have a spot for him to sit. I'm gonna film everything around. I'm gonna show you my setup. It is very similar to what I do at uni, just a different orientation. And music is gonna be loud, so I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be able to film today. Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. Can I have those two and one?
Okay, no worries. Alright, so that is 48. You can tap here when you're ready. There you go. Thank you. I made only 2 capybaras and one is already gone, so I'm left with one. These are selling like crazy. I walked around just the room. I didn't go downstairs, so I'm not sure how many stall holders are downstairs. There is another crocheter here, but they are making like beautiful dolls. I think it's out of the cotton. It looks like either acrylic or cotton, and they're very delicate and they're very detailed. And sometimes I'm really confused whether those things are handmade or are coming from Temu, just because they are charging them for $25 to $30. I mean, those are this size plushies, full of detail. They're very full of details, and I'm really having a hard time thinking that they are actually handmade. I assume they are from Temu, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. That doesn't look handmade. They do have some flowers, so it's really hard to know. The girl who used to do these markets with me, I didn't see her up here. I'm not sure if she's down here. Did you see the girl who does the small crochet plushies? She's usually here with me in the room. She does like a smaller crochet plushies, but I didn't see her this time. So I mean, it's 9:30. We already had 2 bigger sales. I don't think I've recorded the first sale. I sold the murder duck, snap tab keychain, embroidered keychain, and I sold Poggy's Place ducky with the mohawk. Is it how you say it? Mohawk.
Yeah.
Mohawk. Yeah, I have hard time pronouncing that, but oh well. So I guess someone is in ducks. It's okay, it's busy, it looks busy, it's really nice, it's less stall holders definitely, that's why probably I got this big space, and she assumed that I would have scrunchies. She even asked me, where are your scrunchies? And her daughter asked me, where are your hoodies and clothes? I'm like, I'm no longer doing either clothes or scrunchies, I am only crochet, knitting. I do have my beanies out, and there across me there are two ladies with beanies, and they're technically competing because they are doing only beanies. One of the ladies have machine knitted beanies. They look hand knitted, and she is marketing them as a hand knit, but essentially they are machine knitted. I asked her and she was surprised. I'm like, is this machine knitted or do you hand knit them? And she said, oh, I just machine them to a certain point and then I finish hand knitting. I'm like, of course you have to finish because machine cannot finish the clothes, the head of the top. And she does have like beanie characters like cockatoo, gala, and all the other Australian birds. But yeah, I didn't check the price actually. I should have checked that. She's across me, so I'll get to that. So yeah, we'll see how this will go. I feel good. It looks amazing. So we'll see how the day will go on. And I'll see if I will be able to record because of this music going on, and I will have to test my upload to see if I will get a copyright strike before I fully publish this video with this music. So everything that I'm talking you might not hear in the end, so we'll see. Hi. Would you like that? Is it on card?
Cash, please.
Cash? No worries. So that is 15. Thank you. Have a lovely day. That was a Kindle cover, but I was monitoring kids with food, and this is my biggest stress when it comes to markets like this. Kids and food and snots. The best thing about these markets, like artisans markets and things like that, that are not like my uni markets or conventions, is that I'm selling things that normally wouldn't sell at conventions. For example, I sold Kindle cover. I don't remember when was the last time I sold Kindle cover, so that's great. And they'll probably buy more like plushies that are not characters, and this is the chance for me to get rid of some of the old plushies, like more animals and things like that. These are all ribbed beanies, so they're very stretchy. They will fit from kid to adult, and yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much. Do you knit these?
Yes, this is hand knit and crocheted. Yeah, everything is handmade by me.
So creative.
I'm gonna put it in a bag. Thank you so much.
You've got a good market too, because they don't have very many kids stuff.
Pardon?
They don't have very many kids stuff.
Yes, it's more targeted towards Mother's Day. That's why I'm happy that I'm kind of the only one.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take the price tags. So we have one dirty tiger and one beanie. That is 45, and you can tap when you're ready.
So nice.
Thank you. This is yours. Thank you. Have a good day. Hi, that's one. Kindle cover. Oh yeah, it is, it is. Alright, you can tap when you're ready.
Thank you.
No worries.
Thank goodness for tapping, right? I'm always
This is yours. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Chickens are very popular. Yeah. I do have also chickens in egg. Did you see that? And you can remove them from the egg.
Oh, wow.
Hi. No worries. Is it on card?
Yes.
You can tap when you're ready. It's here. Would you like a bag for it?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Have a good one. No worries. Okay, you can tap when you're ready.
Thank you so much. You too.
Don't pull it, please. He pulled it down, yeah. That's what. Yeah, I know. Should we change the spot for him? Put it here and then because everyone is gonna. That's the first thing they're coming and pulling it. Okay, we need to change the spot for him. I'm gonna move anchor to this side, except for that side because a lot of people are just pulling the tentacles and one kid dropped down. I'm so stressed, I can't explain this, the amount of kids today. There are never a lot of kids here. I assume it's Mother's Day weekend and mothers of course have to take kids with them and there are never this amount of kids here and it is just too much. Kids give me anxiety, I can't even explain. They're touching everything, throwing everything. Luckily we are indoors and it's carpeted. Don't even wait. Did I ever show you my uniform? I made myself hoodie with my logo. And let me show the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a huge design. It's my uniform. Market uniform. Recognizable. Alright, so I talked to the organizer. I told her that there is another crocheter and that I suspect that might be coming from China. And she said no. They are actually like it's not a guild, but something like that, like a woman organization. And they are just crocheting in their free time and doing these markets. There are like 5 of them, I think she said. And what made me think that it's coming from Temu is because of the prices. They are making very beautiful, intricate dolls and they are selling them for $30. I know those ladies have a lot of time, probably they are retired or whatnot, but still they are underselling themselves, they are destroying the crochet as a community in general. It's very busy all of a sudden, so I can't finish my thoughts. I have like 5 groups of people in front of me. I feel overwhelmed. People all over the place and kids, and I know it's Supernova, it's not gonna be this way, it's gonna be crowded. I'm just overstimulated with the amount of kids here. That's my biggest stress. They are so not the customers I like. So what was I saying about those ladies? Apparently they're all handmade, they are work, but they are just undercharging themselves, and I really don't appreciate that. They could easily get like $50, $60, $70 for those dolls, because those dolls are made on, I don't know, 2 or 3 millimeter hook. That is a lot of work and a lot of detail, and I really don't appreciate that. That anchor actually brought a lot of attention, but also too much anxiety. That kid literally pulled the tentacle and it flapped down. Luckily I was quick enough to catch it before it fell. But I need to fix my lobbies now. I need to put the lobbies high because they were also pulling the lobbies down. No, but you can, yeah. I'm really lucky to have this.
Take it.
Take it? No worries.
I've got a bag
I'm just
here.
gonna scan.
Oh yeah, no worries.
No worries. So, is it on card?
Yes, please.
All right. So that is 38. Would you like me to take the price tag or leave it?
Oh yeah, you can take that.
You can tap here when you're ready. Thank you. Have a lovely day. It's really hard to keep up with all the people carrying plushies in their hands and walking around, and there's just too many. Hi.
I'll just take those, please.
You and Sophie. Alright, so that is 20. You can tap when you're ready.
Hey, look.
Thank you. Have a
Thank you
lovely
very
day.
much.
Thank you. How many beanies did I sell? 2 or 3 already. I mean, not too bad. Oh, the last beanie that I sold was actually not the $20 beanie. It was a $38 beanie.
$38 beanie.
Yes, because it was a smaller stitch. Yeah. And I have so much of that yarn, and I'm gonna definitely make another one because it looks beautiful. Yeah, that one was worth. I forgot what yeah, 38. It's not too bad. It's really busy, and we have covered our stall fee and I don't know, petrol and all the other expenses. Stall fee, I think I mentioned it's $195 for only one day today. And we have covered that and had a bit extra, so we are doing good. Everything now from now on is gonna be great. So I'm the only one with kids things, and someone actually came to me and said, oh, this is a Mother's Day stall. I'm not sure if you're gonna do good because you are catering towards kids.
Did you make it?
Yes, everything is handmade. I hate when parents are encouraging playing with toys before they pay them. And they probably won't even pay them, so I really don't like that. Not just like that, parents are playing with toys. She's gonna pull down, look at that. And I know that they sold like 2 Kindle covers or something like that. Yeah, you were not here, 2 or 3. That's actually good. I'm really selling things that I wouldn't normally.
Is that your pattern?
Pardon?
Is that your pattern?
No, it is. It's on Etsy and it is Humble Child Call, something like that. If you're a crocheter, are you a crocheter?
Yes, I am,
Okay,
yes.
I think it's Humble Child Call, something like
Okay,
that.
I'll have a look.
Yeah, it is very. It's called Anchor the Octopus. It's
Okay.
very famous pattern.
I will-
Yeah,
thank
yeah, yeah. Yeah, one mystery box. Okay, thank you. That was one small mystery box. So she got either chicken or whale. Was it white or pink? She opened it and she was happy. She was happy to see it. So I put a small white chicken or a pink whale. I'm gonna make another one. Choose a small thing for mystery. There is a bag, choose any.
Are these all small?
No, labubas. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them. And no, if she got different one because she got either whale or chicken. Yeah, that's good. We are putting this one. I just hate when parents do that. They give kid a toy, so they took it from the top shelf to give them down on the floor. Obviously they don't want to buy it, and then they have hard time taking the toy from the kid. Why? Why are you doing that? I don't understand parents like this. Those things? Scan them.
Need a big bag or
I have only one big bag.
so 2 smaller ones?
Open this big bag. I think I'm gonna fit everything there. Yeah.
Unless somebody buys.
Haku. We have big dirty tiger. And we have new.
Do you guys take Amex?
Yeah, it should work. We'll see. So there is 90 altogether. Feel free to try. So it should be new. And we have. Oh, that's actually a pretty big bag. Maybe I should save it for toothless or something like that.
Probably.
Can I give you two smaller bags? Yeah. Because I have only one big bag, and I want to save it for like a big plushie. There you go. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Yeah, we're gonna save it for like toothless. This is just the toothless size. That derpy tiger has not been selling there, but when I put it here, I sold two. So I should have. I have one more.
What is he?
From Demon Hunters, that kids movie that I didn't watch. One big mystery box. That is 20. You can choose any. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. Chicken. He was looking into chickens. Yeah.
That's good.
He was looking into chickens. Yeah.
You have to make it.
Yeah, all the clothes are removable. Yeah. That one is special. Yeah. Yeah, I love that one. That one is special. We have a wizard cap. Oh, that was cash, yeah. Why is it asking? I need to put 20. Put 20.
You just press the button.
Yeah. Okay, that was last one. Let me scan.
Oh, sorry.
We have wizard cat. This is 95. You can tap when you're ready. Do two bags again. Alright, I give you two bags. It's easier. Thank you. Have a good day. These were two sales. One was $90, the other one was $95. That's amazing. I have $6,000 of crochet, but everything together with beanies and embroidery is over $8,000. Okay, I suffer vertigo, and at the moment I'm feeling so dizzy and lightheaded because we have two tables and I have to ping pong kids. And just going like this back and forth, it's aggravating my vertigo and I feel lightheaded, like I'm gonna faint. Because I'm also feeling overwhelmed with the amount of kids and you don't feel that when you're doing that all the time? No, I do. I feel dizzy and lightheaded and so bad. You would like that one? Thank you. Okay, so that is 28. You can tap here when you're ready. There you go. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you. You can tap here when you're ready. Can you put it in a bag while I'm finishing it.
Do you want to take this off?
Yeah, you can take it off.
Don't look at anything.
Take your time. Yeah, take your time. Don't rush. Put your mind at rest. Oh wait. Thank you. All right. So that is 25. You can tap here when you're ready.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit slow. All good. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so chopper is 65. You can tap when you're ready. Yep. So hat is fully removable. There you go, thank you. Have a good day.
Dragon and an egg.
Just be careful.
Oh, he started following you. He lost me but found you. Okay, so there was a mother with a child, two girls. They were literally destroying my heads. They went through every single head. They jumbled them all over the table. They took the dragon in egg and play with it like it is theirs. And I was quiet. I was like, they were clean, so I was quiet. And then my husband came and he couldn't hold it. And he said, just be gentle. And the same moment, the mother was so offended, she turned around and left, took the kid's hands and left. And I'm like, can't you see what they are doing? They're literally destroying everything on my table. While you are, I don't know, cruising and watching around. It's so disrespectful. I don't know why parents allow that, but it's really disrespectful to handmade things and the way kids are handling things. Really disrespectful. Hi, how are you? She is my most returning customer. She's here every year and I remember, yeah, she loves everything. She always buys something and I really appreciate
Got a
it.
huge collection of
Yes, yes. She's so kind and well behaved. You did an amazing
in
job.
public, yes.
Yeah, that's enough for me because I've seen so many kids being disrespectful, but she's such a lovely kid. Yeah, amazing. Those two? Thank you. Okay, so that is 53. You can tap when you're ready. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
This tag.
There you go. Thank you. Have a good day. One murder duck. I've called this the murder duck. Yes. Okay, so this is 54 altogether. You can tap here when you're ready.
The second floor.
There you go. Thank you. Have a lovely day. She buys here every year, and every year she buys like multiple items, like at least 2 or 3 plushies. That was my first flower, first rose today. Pardon? I know, but they're still like very high and visible, so thank you. Is it on card? You can tap here, no worries. That's 28. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so that is 28. You can tap here when you're ready. There you go. Have a lovely day. Thank you. Right, so that is 48. You can tap when you're ready. There you go. Thank you. Those two? Yeah. No, don't worry. I have everything. I'm all good. That is 53 altogether. You can tap when you're ready.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. It's 10 minutes until the market is officially done. I stopped filming around 11, 12, something like that, because I wasn't feeling okay. I had panic attacks and I had vertigo and I was overwhelmed. I had too much going on to the point that I thought I'm gonna faint. I was really not feeling good. We have 10 minutes. We are still having some sales. It was an amazing day. I'm gonna film the leftover, my stall after the market, and then I'm gonna update you when I get home. And yeah, I'm gonna talk about my mental health issues and why is this all happening and what is triggering me and all the struggles when it comes to mental health. And I think it is okay not to be okay, but it is also important to talk about it. So yeah, I'll talk about it when I get home. And stay tuned for the update. It's time for market recap. Where do I even start? First, I apologize. It is very dark, it is raining and it's very gloomy, and I'm gonna remember to brighten up this portion of the video just so you can see me better. I have my laptop here, so we'll go through Shopify and all the sales, and we'll just chat about the market that you just watched. Oh, and I'm wearing a knit sweater that I finished for my husband, but I lost yarn chicken, so it's mine now because it would be a cropped top on him. So, as you saw in that footage, I only filmed half of the market because I got panic attack in the middle of the market. It wasn't bad, it wasn't like fainting or anything other than me spiraling. What is usually happening with me, I do have a couple of triggers, which is usually social settings. I think the biggest trigger was the fact that I had two big tables, and like I mentioned in that video, I was playing ping pong all day and I do suffer vertigo and I can easily faint with vertigo. It happened once on public transport when I used to work back in CBD, so I had to travel every day to CBD on train, and I fainted on public transport, and ever since then I am not working. That's one of the reasons why I am no longer working. I am doing this as my full-time job. So that essentially triggered vertigo, and I also have hypochondria. So when anything like that happens, I go into dying mode and I feel like I'm gonna die no matter what is going on around me. My body is shutting down, I'm fainting, I'm dying, my heart rate is 150. I stopped wearing my Apple Watch just because seeing my heart rate going above 130, not just feeling it, seeing it has also triggered a lot of hypochondria in me. With mental health and such issues, they are never like nothing is happening to me, it's all in my head and I'm completely aware of that. That's why I need my husband with me to remind me. He just needs to remind me to breathe, to relax, to take over the sales if he needs to. He didn't have to, luckily. Usually what helps me is having something, I don't know, I'll just grab something to show you quickly, to fan myself. As long as I can do this and give myself some fresh air, I will be fine. I usually need to take off my clothes and just open up myself to be able to breathe and relax, not to spiral, because my brain goes over the top. I am dying, I'm gonna faint, and as much as I think I'm gonna faint, I could potentially faint, because then the panic attack happens and heart rates goes up and it's never ending. Mental health is such a weird thing where you're essentially killing yourself for no reason, just because you're spiraling in your head from something so benign. I don't know even how to explain. Mental health is a really struggle, and if you have ever deal with it, you know. If you have never, you're very lucky. All of these struggles for me started after my first one was born. I used to have a lot of mental health as a kid because as a kid I went through a lot. I don't want to talk about that. I am coming from a country that went through a war and I was a child in a war, so I assume, just talking about that is triggering me now, I assume a lot of those things come from those days. And after having kids, being a mom, that is the next level anxiety. I think all of the moms go through that. After giving birth, the care and scare for their children is the next level, and only moms can understand that. Okay, I don't want to go too deep into this. All I want to say, yes, I had panic attack. Luckily, in an hour after everything, the market died off, which also helped. There was not a lot of people, there was not a lot of kids. Even last night I started editing those footage from market, and even just watching me having panic attack caused another panic attack. So yeah, it was really a struggle just to watch me struggling, but yeah, it was a lot. So luckily it was a very good financial market. We were indoors. It was a beautiful setup. Market ended up being very successful. This is the first time this market went for one day. Usually it is 2 days and the second day is a slog, and it is an expensive market. So I'm really happy that this time she decided to go with a 1 day market, that it was beneficial to everyone because people were forced to come to this market for only 1 day, and it was very busy. It was so busy, I was surprised, and I think that's what triggered me. Being around that much people in a closed room, it was just overwhelming for me. And like I said, having that huge setup caused my vertigo, and I already talked to my husband at Supernova. We will definitely split our duties. He will be in charge for half of the stall and I will be in charge for half of the stall because I cannot allow myself for 3 days to ping pong all day because I'm gonna faint. I really cannot handle that. So all in all, it was really successful day. It was amazing day. I had some good sales, and saying good sales, it was sales that I wouldn't normally sell at my uni market, and it is the stock that I wouldn't even remake for Supernova, for example. So I was really happy to see some of those products go because I won't be remaking them. My lovies did get a lot of attention, but none of them sold. I was really hoping to sell at least one lovie, but unfortunately none of them gone. And I was hoping to sell some of the splooting animals. Splooters get attention, but they don't sell. I have that splooting puppy that was my pattern test since, I don't know, July, August last year when it was released, and it is the cutest puppy. And even that person who was holding it, she was like, oh my god, see, he is so cute, and she decided not to buy it. And I'm like, and it's not even the price, because I think they are priced at 55, 50, something like that. I don't even remember, but I can't go down with the price because they are a lot of work and they are beautiful plushies. They're just not selling as much as some other things do, especially small things. So yeah, I had a couple of good sales. We will go through all the sales, what sold and what not, and I will try to remember what happened with each sale. Let's start with least interesting things, which were beanies. I sold 3 beanies, even though there were 2 ladies with beanies. The lady with machine knitted beanies, she was selling really good just because she had like characters, not characters, she had birds, Australian birds like cockatoo, gala and things like that, and those were really fun beanies, so she was selling really good. And even the lady next to her, she had not just beanies, she had knits like shawls, bags and different things. And in the end she came to me and she said she had an amazing day. So I'm really happy that knitting is selling really good at markets like this. So I sold 3 beanies. One was chunky beanie for $20 and 2 were like more time consuming beanies that were $38, and I'm really happy about it. So I did $96 in knitted beanies. I did $185 in embroidery, and embroidery for me are my keychains and Kindle covers. I sold 3 Kindle covers, which is surprising because I'm left with not nice designs, and I'm surprised that they are selling. I had one like Australian colors, green and yellow, which I honestly thought that would never sell, and it sold, and I'm so happy that it did. I'm selling them for $15. I used to sell them for $25 when I was actively making them. Since I'm no longer making them and I just want to clearance them out, I have reduced the price to $15, so I was happy to see 3 of them gone. And then I sold 14 keychains, which is amazing for such a small market. They were selling really good, and then I decided that I will be raising my price for Supernova when it comes to embroidered keychains. I will be doing $12 each or 3 for $30 just to boost multiple sales. When someone buys 3 for $30, I will still get $10 each, but at least I will boost sales and people will not be buying 1 by 1, they will be buying 3 by 3. In case they want to buy 1, they will pay a bit more. So I'm happy to go with $12 each or 3 for $30. And when it comes to crochet, I sold 41 plushies, which is really not too bad. And let's go through what sold. One of my bigger sales were definitely Wizard Cat. That one was $75, and after that it was Chopper. Chopper went for $65, and it was a gift because a guy who bought it was actually there with his girlfriend and they were looking into Chopper, and then he returned on his own and bought it probably for her because they did bought 2 smaller plushies, and then he returned and bought Chopper on his own. I sold all 3 of mine Derpy Tigers, and I was really struggling to sell these Derpy Tigers all year around. I think I made them somewhere in November, December, and they were just not selling. And I decided, once my ladder in front of me, ladder thingy, whatever that's called, like a riser in front of me, once that got empty, I moved Derpy Tigers in front of me, and I was moving them 1 by 1. I had 2 big ones and 1 small one. The big ones I'm selling for $30 and the smaller one was $25. And I sold all 3 of them quickly, like really quickly. I feel like whatever is displayed in front of me goes really quickly because it has a good visibility more than being in the cubes. I'm thinking maybe getting another one of those leather, whatever it's called, just to have more in front of me on display, because that is the spot that I'm selling the most plushies from. After that, I sold 2 capybaras. I think if I had 10 of those, I would sold 10 of those. Those capybaras are really good seller, and I think I'm gonna have at least 10 of those for my Supernova market. And I'm really thinking raising the price. I'm selling them for $28. I would love to sell them for $30, but then I'm scared because in my head, if I raise the price, I'm not gonna sell them. And I'm okay with 28 because they are pretty quick. They are nice and big plushie for $28. So I'm still thinking, I don't know, it should be worth for Supernova, because I am thinking definitely raising some prices for Supernova, just because I'm paying a lot for that stole. That stole is gonna be $1,660. So I need to crochet a lot just to pay the stole fee. So I'm thinking some of these smaller plushies that are my best sellers to raise prices just a couple of dollars to be able to easily pay for that stole fee. So that was 2 capybaras. I sold 1 Mew. It is the smaller Mew from Crafted for Comfort. She went pretty quickly and I sold her for $50. I sold 1 Sleeping Dragon. It was the black one, Tarn, that I'm inspired from Fourth Wing book series. But the person who bought it actually asked me who is Tarn. She didn't know. She was a young girl. And I explained it is just a dragon from the book that I've read and I was inspired by that. And she said, oh, but it also looks like a different dragon. She mentioned the book, but I forgot, honestly. I was too anxious to remember anything. So I said to her, look, whatever dragon you think it resembles for you, just go with it. You don't have to name it as I did. If you think that this is a dragon from your book, just go with it. There are so many books with black dragons, and yeah, they can be any dragon. So yeah, she actually returned back to buy that dragon. She bought something different in the start of the market, and then in the end she returned to get that dragon. I sold my swirly snake. Oh my god, I have this snake since I think it's over a year, maybe year and a half, and I actually remember making it when the pattern came out. It is Crochet Grow Her Swirly Snake that was released January last year, and I had a hard time selling this snake. The person was thinking between swirly snake and dead snake, and I'm glad to see that dead snake is finally gone. I will continue making only swirly snakes just because they are really good seller and they are so much easier to make. Crochet Grow Swirly Snake looks beautiful, but it is a lot of work and it's not worth my time. I sold 2 chickens on swings. I don't see myself remaking more swing animals. I think I'm left with 1 axolotl and that's it. I'm gonna have an empty cube from now on to put some other things, so I'm really happy to see that that was gone. I sold both keychain chicks, and since I had a lot of embroidered keychains, I didn't have a space to display my crochet keychains on the grids, so I've put them in a basket and they were selling really good. I was surprised that they are selling better in the basket than on the grids. But also, this market is very different to my uni market and what I'm gonna have at Supernova. I can't even compare this market with my uni market because these were kids and uni markets are students and young adults, so they just cannot compare. So it's totally 2 different demographic customers. I sold my Loaf Unicorn. Oh my god, I was so happy to see that one go. That one is probably a year old too. It was just my modification of Annie Carraway's Loaf Cat, turning it into a unicorn, and I have no plans on remaking that one. I'm really happy that one was gone. It was gone for $28 just because I reduced the price I wanted to go. I sold 1 rat. I think I only had 1 I don't remember if I have any left. Let me double check my stock. Oh, I do. I have one left in stock, so that's fine. I sold my turtle, the turtles that are really not selling good. I sold that turtle. Let me also double check. I'm curious to see if I have any left in stock. I'm still left with one turtle in stock, and I won't be remaking those for Supernova definitely. So I'm really happy that some of these plushies that I sold, I don't have to remake. I sold one chicken and egg. That was a gray egg with blue chicken with purple comb. When it comes to my smaller chunky ones, I sold Pikachu. And not a lot of Pokemons were selling, which is fine. I also didn't have a lot to offer. So I sold Pikachu, I sold one Moslax, and that's it, only two. I mean, I had Dittos. Can you believe that not a single Ditto sold? I'm really surprised. I'm not sure what's going on with Dittos, why are they not selling as much as I expected them, but oh well. I think I have 3 or 5 of them in stock, so I'm good for Supernova. I don't think I need to stress about making more of those. I sold one swirly snake, and I think that was like the rainbow multicolor one. I sold one brown chicken. I sold one kitten. That was the pink one. That was the yarn from Snug as a Bug from Wool Warehouse. I don't have any of that yarn left anymore. I sold pickle, my last pickle. I had a hard time selling those pickles. They used to sell so good. Each market I would sell a couple of them a year and a half ago, but for the last 6 months I had a hard time selling pickles. I was really happy to see that one go. I sold 2 small mystery boxes and 1 large. Not a lot, but still, I was really happy to see all of these things go, because I have a number of plushies that I'm not putting on table. I'm having them in a separate bag, and they are just going into mystery boxes. My mystery boxes are things that I no longer want to make or sell. I actually have 5 Labubus that I was making last year for Supernova, and I have them in that bag, but I'm really having a hard time putting them into mystery box because I don't want to disappoint people. I feel like if they receive a small whale or chicken, I usually put like a tiny things in those smaller boxes and I sell them for $10. And if I put a Labubu, I feel like I will disappoint people because not everyone likes Labubus. So I'm really not sure what I'm gonna do with those 5 or 4 Labubus that I'm left with. I sold chick on a swing and 1 axolotl on swing. I sold 1 mini duck from my mini plushie basket. I sold 3 rifts. I sell them for $18 and the colors were black, like black gray one, blue and mint, like a variegated mint. I've sold 1 koala from mini basket and platypus, just the plain platypus. When it comes to my crochet keychains, I sold a ducky with mohawk, ducky with that weird haircut that I have no plans on remaking. I sold chicken, and that is it. I also sold 2 flowers. I actually thought I sold 3 flowers, but this is only showing 2 flowers, so I'm not sure. I have a feeling like I sold 2 roses and 1 lavender, but I didn't expect my flowers to sell a lot because I just put them in a vase on the table. I didn't wrap them because I had too much and I wasn't bothered with wrapping them, and I didn't have a place to display them like that, so I just put them in a vase and I was like, fine, whoever wants it like this is gonna buy it. So yes, I sold at least 3 flowers. And when it comes to my embroidery keychains, I sold quite a few. Like I said, it was I think 14. What surprises me as a really good seller is my Snoopy keychain. When I was creating that Snoopy, I really didn't think that it's gonna sell as a character, but I'm surprised. It's selling really good, and I have already embroidered 3 new designs and I'm curious to see how they will go on market. And I think for Supernova I'm gonna make a plushie version because I'm curious to see if it will sell in a plushie version. I didn't expect Snoopy to be a good seller character, but it is. People react really good at it. I sold 2 murder ducks. I would sell more if I had more, so I'm completely sold out and I have already remade. I've been embroidering for the past week, so some of these are already remade. I sold Bob and Stuart. It was really funny because when the girls were buying Bob and Stuart, they didn't know which one is which, so they had to Google and we were laughing because I can't remember either. I always have to Google which one is which. Now I know because I have them in my Shopify with photo and their names, so I know which one is which, but before I didn't know either. I sold one Mew, I sold one One Piece, I sold one Kirby. I was really glad that I made those Kirby's because they always sell. One Jigglypuff, one Toothless, one Patrick Star, one Totoro, one Haku, and that's it. Yeah, I was really surprised to see Haku go. I think Haku was one of the first embroidered keychains that sold, and Haku is a very detailed design and it takes a long time to embroider that one. So I will never have 10 of those, but at least 2 or 3 for Supernova I will make sure to have. So all my crochet plushies I sold $1,002, and altogether with embroidery and beanies it was $1,283. And I think for a one-day indoor market that is pretty good. When you consider that my stall fee was $195 plus the petrol, food. I never count the food, I have to be honest, because we as a family eat every weekend outside. I don't cook on weekends because I can't be bothered. I cook on weekdays. So every weekend we are either eating outside or we are having a takeaway. I just don't want to put food to my expense because I would eat whether it's market or not, so I never put my food into expenses. So with petrol and everything I did probably above $1,000, and that is a great amount for one day market. This market was only 6 hours and it was definitely a very successful market compared to previous years, and I hope she sticks to this type of market because usually it was in April in nothing special day. So this being curated for Mother's Day, and for me it was really good because all of those mothers took their kids with them and there were so many kids. It was never like this busy with kids, so I was technically the only one curated for the little ones except for that other crocheters, and they were selling because I've noticed children carrying their plushies, which is amazing, and I still think that they are underselling themselves. That was very cheap, so I don't want to go into that. So yeah, I'm really happy with the end result. I wasn't happy how I felt at the market, but that is all behind me. I'm fine now and I'm looking forward to my last uni market if it's not raining. We'll see. Stay tuned because there is only one uni market before Supernova, and if it's not raining I will be attending it. If not, my next market is gonna be Supernova, and that is gonna be a big one. That's gonna be a 3-day market and I have a lot to prepare for it. So stay tuned for all my future videos where we will be preparing for Supernova. It will be character overload because that's the only thing that I'm focusing. Plus I am remaking a lot of my small things. It's gonna be a lot, so stay tuned for that. And with all of that, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy crafting.